Hey, before you watch this thing, hit subscribe, would you?
For those watching and a fan of blocks, I met Neal freshman year, New York University.
Which brings up a block.
We got a good one, everybody.
1992. I dropped out of college.
This is so good.
Standing on the corner of West 3rd and McDougal Street. I'm handing out flyers for a comedy club, the Boston Comedy Club. This is a job that you do when you're new in comedy. Sarah Silverman did it, got punched out, knocked out cold doing it. Nate Bargatze did it. Pete Holmes did it. A lot of people, whatever. I'm doing it. It's very cold. I'm very gaunt. I'm a college dropout. As I recall, Jerry walked up with a bunch of other people his as good looking as him or better, and he goes, guys, this is Neal. He used to go to NYU with me. He'll be back real soon. Now, in terms of grudges that I held, but I never was mad at you. I was just like, I'm going to fucking show him. But it was one of those, like, he kicked sand in my face. And I'll never, because you were always very nice to me. And you claim it didn't happen.
Neal, for anyone who knows me, they know there's no way I ever said that to you. He'll be back real soon. I may have said, I hope you come back. I'm sure I was because it was on Bleecker. By the way, I saw you go up numerous times. I was friends with Jay Moore at that time.
I wasn't going up at that point.
For sure, Neal, I saw you go up.
I didn't.
Mike DiNicola, you.
I was
Jay,
a doorman. I didn't work. I never did stand up.
You never went up on stage? Neal, I'm sure I saw you go up on open mic. I'm sure you went up there. It's why I knew you. I couldn't believe that I knew you through my other friend, Jay. And then I would bring, we were excited because we were underage going into a bar.
Huge.
There is no way. So let me tell my side of the story.
Yeah, great.
I've known Neal since 1991.
Yep.
91, Neal.
Yeah, 33 years. Jubilee. 91.
Our paths cross at the Boston Comedy Club. You then work at Comedy Central. I think I was working at MTV. We just were always around. We always had mutual friends. Jordan Rubin.
Yep. Jordan Rubin, speaking of which, similar thing. I believe he sold me ecstasy at NYU. He claims it never happened. So I could just be.
I never knew him as someone who
he wasn't a drug dealer. He just got it. He just got some for me.
I'm still very friendly with him.
Yeah.
So our lives had intersected. Yeah. Anytime you had done stand, if I saw you would in the early days of Twitter, if you would say I'm at the Comedy Cellar, which you went to often.
Yeah.
Do you recall I went and spent a night with you there one night?
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not saying. You're not a nice person or a good friend and like an ongoing touchstone. What I'm saying is in 1992, I believe this is what you said.
Okay. You have a show that you're promoting on HBO Max, I believe, a talk show, an interview show.
It was on Sundance. Yes.
I apologize. Sundance. I still read the New York Post. I like the New York Post. Right. Great sports pages. I love their gossip stuff.
It's a good layout, good
very New York.
Yeah.
And I read an interview with you in there, and you tell that story in the interview, and I was in a state of shock. I was like, this never happened. And I was debating whether I take it to X, Twitter, whatever it was called then.
Judge Judy.
But I was like, no, I'm not even going to start a beef with this. I'm going to let it go. But it's so funny when I got the call for blocks and they were like, you got to submit 5 blocks. I was like, this has got to be one of them. There's no way I ever said that. I think, Neal, maybe I said something along the lines of, I hope you come back. I would love to see you come back. Neal, I was very friendly with you. We had a class together. You made me laugh.
What class?
Language of film.
Yeah. I used to, long story. Someone said I used to argue all the time.
You would debate in that class like crazy.
When I heard that, it made me laugh because I don't remember it at all.
Neal, you were hilarious. I had never seen a student not question authority, not challenge authority, relentlessly harass authority. It was the funniest thing I had ever seen. So when I saw you and knew you were working at the Boston Comedy Club, I'm sure I was with other film students and said, oh, this guy was in film school with us. He's coming back. I hope he comes back. He was the best in this class. That's what I would have said. There's no way I said like a bad guy in a 1980s karate film. You will never
if anyone
succeed.
would know. You were there, bro.
Anyway,
I hear no.
I am very proud of you, Neil. I mean that.
Thank you. I'm very proud of you as well. The thing I want to say is I hear your explanation of it, and you know what I'm like, and I'm gonna agree. I believe your recollection is correct, and mine is I may have just twisted it with my silly human brain. Don't you want me to feel good? Subscribe.